There were a lot of people coming into this fight thinking that this was the one that had the potential to be the fight of the night. One of those situations where on paper it just couldn't miss. You got the human highlight reel in Justin Gaethje, and we all know the striking of Fiziev is just something to behold. And let me tell you, we got exactly what we expected out of this one. When this fight started out, it was being fought at a kicking distance. Now, Gaethje referenced it in the post-fight. He said it started out that way because he thought being at that longer distance would actually help him out, because he thought it would give him more time to be able to deal with the speed that Fiziev has. He thought he'd be able to see the shots coming a little bit more. Instead, what we saw was a much faster Fiziev able to win by using his kicking at the longer distance. Gaethje found it hard to close this distance early in the fight and just land anything meaningful. And Fiziev was able to get some good work done with his kicks, particularly to the body of Gaethje. Gaethje was able to get some good shots in, landed a few calf kicks, a few right hands. But ultimately, when we look back at this first round, it was the round for Fiziev. He was able to control the distance. He was able to land some good kicks, couple nice knees. And ultimately, it felt like he was the ring general in there. Something that I thought was interesting in between rounds was Trevor Whitman told Gaethje, control his legs. And he reminded him, look, we control his legs with our movement. As long as you remain a moving target, he's not going to be able to get his kicks off. Now, it's funny. The irony in that is that Fiziev goes out there to start off the second round and just lands a huge kick to the body. Just ferocious, man. It sounds like a baseball bat was landing against the ribcage of Gaethje. About midway through the second round, that's when I felt this shift. It was only a slight change at first, but that's when I felt like Gaethje really started to get things going his way. And it all started with this little combination that he threw as a counter to a body kick from Fiziev. Now, not all these shots landed, but he did get in a solid left at the end. But after that, he just felt more in control. Landed some more solid low kicks, some good right hands. I gave the second round to Gaethje, had a 1-1 going into the third. Now, to start off the third, Fiziev comes out, lands a big right hand against Gaethje. Dominic Cruz's cage side. He's screaming for Gaethje to start wrestling. They get into another exchange. Fiziev lands this huge knee, big left hook. I mean, they're only 30 seconds into the round here, and Fiziev is just looking sharp. The man is on fire. He is just so sharp, so crisp. But Justin Gaethje, he won't be denied. He made the necessary adjustments and comes out with the victory. You know what I mean? He starts out at kicking range. That doesn't work. Switches it up. Starts to crowd the kicker. The third round, we see Gaethje get closer to Fiziev. Starting to make it tough for him to get his kicks off. And that's when Gaethje unleashes the jab. That was really the story of this third round and what ended up being the story of the fight. Neither man had really worked their jab up until that point. But with about 3 minutes left in this third round, we see Gaethje start to work this thing. And it was beautiful. He probably landed a good 10 jabs in the last 3 minutes of this fight, and they were significant, cutting Fiziev up, throwing off his rhythm, and setting up the uppercuts for Gaethje. He landed some ferocious uppercuts as the round was just ticking away, man. And then just like the icing on top of the cake, about 5 seconds left in the round, Gaethje scores the takedown, and in my opinion, just locks it up. You know, he was able to go out there, he was able to take the distance away, he was able to control the rhythm. And at that point, he just had the fight. You know, and when it's all said and done, both of these men showed incredible heart, incredible skills, worthy of being at the top of the division. And it'll be interesting to see what's next for each one. I mean, maybe we get a rematch of Gaethje Oliveira. I'm sure Fiziev's going to have to take a little bit of time off, man. His face was cut up, beat up. He's going to have to heal before he comes back out there again, but I will be excited to see what it is. So, let me know what you guys think. Were you as impressed with this fight as I was? What do you think is going to be next for Gaethje? Going in, he said the type of guy he is who only needs 1 or 2 fights, and he should be in the talk for a title again. Well, after tonight, who's going to be his next one? And if he wins that, should he be going for the title? And where does Fiziev go? Because this man has been on a run. And yes, he comes out with a loss, but after a performance like that, you have to keep him near the top. So let me know what you guys think.